This is Arunava Chaudhuri and you are on my YouTube channel, Arunfoot. I'm back in Germany. I am back here in my office and 4 quick days in India, 2 in Delhi, 2 in Kolkata. A lot of conversations about Indian football. Got a lot of insights on what's happening, what's not happening. And therefore, I am making this video and calling on an SOS. I need all of us to understand Indian football actually needs an intervention because things are complicated, things are not looking good, and a lot of people are worried. And another point which I realize is that there are a lot of people working within Indian football who understand what is happening, but who are unwilling to speak out because they're part of the system. Their livelihood depends on the system, and that is causing them a lot of problems. And this is a situation. It isn't easy. It's not going to get easier also. But there are certain things that I want to speak about and put out there that not only I, but also maybe you who are watching this, who are listening to this, maybe think that what needs to happen in Indian football. I've been speaking about this for a while on this channel and speaking openly about certain things I or others cannot or will not address. Certain people are addressing things in a certain way and it's causing more problems than it's helping. That those are also realities of Indian football in the year 2024. And therefore, let's address. The biggest problem is at the moment, it is the All India Football Federation. There is no clarity on certain things. There is no clarity on how certain decisions have happened and why decisions are happening, why certain people are doing certain things. And then I come back to something which I very, very often say and I talk about, and that is leadership. There's a lack of leadership in the AIFF. There is utter chaos because, for example, it looks like the Super Cup will not be played. There is no clarity when the I-League will start. Will the Indian Women's League be held at all? Things which should not actually be discussed at all. That dates are pushed here and there. That is normal in Indian football. I will not argue that. Again, it's not perfect, it's not professional, but those are realities of Indian football. But when I hear that at the moment, some I-League clubs have now been in training for 2.5 months, and they don't know when the league will start, and the coaches and the players are sort of getting edgy. And then you hear from certain people, hey, listen, it might start in the middle of November. In the worst case, it might be pushed even to January. We have the issue of the Indian under-20s. How does the AIFF make an announcement and say, hey, listen, you know what? We think it would be good if we keep this team together. We won't name it Indian Arrows. We'll keep it in the name of Indian under-20s. We'll play in the I-League. Good. Very good decision, I would have said, in my opinion. But my first thought was, you're making this announcement in September. The transfer window is closed. How are you going to get these players released from their respective clubs? That has now been pushed as a theory, as saying, hey, this is our biggest problem. That's why the Indian under-20s can't play. But the reality is that the AIFF are in a financial crisis. All these issues are interlinked because it's always a matter of money. The Indian under-20s is a huge expenditure. The payoff, if Igor's team match, is a huge expenditure. The national teams exposure trips are suddenly less than they have been in the past. The AIFF has worked together. Even I have helped the AIFF in the past with exposure trips. All these things are interlinked. But the question there is then, 120 plus crores were spent in the last year. Maybe not ideal as a budget, but a lot of money. Where's the money going? What is happening? Why are all these basics which have been built over the last 10, 15 years to run properly, the AIFF is in no position to do that? These are the questions that need to be asked, and not only by myself, but by everybody. All of you should be asking these questions on social media. Get more people involved in these conversations. Spread the word, because a lot of stakeholders are also misusing this whole situation in their own interest, not in the interest of Indian football. They sell it that they do it for Indian football. They only do it for themselves. They do it for their own pockets. They do it for their own egos. These people are destroying Indian football. That's a reality. That's a fact. A lot of people don't want to accept it. But when you talk to people who work in Indian football, I say this again, there are a lot of people who know and understand what is happening, but they will not speak out publicly because it exposes them. And that is a risk that a lot of these people don't want to take. Sorry, I I'm getting a little emotional about this, because for me, Indian football is an emotion as well. It is passion, it is love, but it's also knowledge, it's understanding, and it's leadership. And all of these things, in my opinion, are missing across the board. There are good people in the system, no doubt about it. But at the moment, in a lot of positions, a lot of people who are talking are the wrong people. Indian football needs a change, and therefore I am calling for an intervention. As I say, SOS. Indian football, we need to change things. Otherwise, things will get worse. Let me know what you guys think. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Do you have other points to add? Write them down in the comments below. As always, like, share, and subscribe. Arunfoot here on YouTube. My other social medias, visit arunfoot.com. And I'll be back very, very soon. So Arunava Chaudhuri signing off. Bye for now.